How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and today we are discussing MagicBand Plus, the new accessory that has come out to the Walt Disney World Resort. And really, is this new toy that you can use inside the parks really worth your money? That's what we're gonna find out today, because I got the chance to test it out right at launch, stood in that line opening day, or the day it came out, I should say, and really see if it is worth your money and time while on vacation at Disney. So let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of MagicBand Plus. So right off the bat, I started things off at Epcot, and then had the plan to park hop over to Hollywood Studios via the Skyliner, but things didn't go quite according to plan. We'll get into that in a little bit. So we started off going through the touch points. Here you could see me using it, the MagicBand Plus in action. Now right off the bat, it's worth noting that your MagicBand only comes at a 40% battery charge. Now that may not seem like such a big deal to some, but for those looking to use it inside the park right away, you may need to find an outlet somewhere to charge it. Now it's also worth noting that if you do have a fuel rod with you, you can actually charge the MagicBand while still wearing it and using it inside the parks, like so. So you basically just walk around the park with a cord sticking out of your wrist like you were drawing blood. May not be that appealing, but you still are able to use the MagicBand to its full capacity while charging it and wearing it on your wrist at the same time. Just something to note. But however, when I purchased that MagicBand, I had to get to work, so I could not use it right off the bat, first day at launch. But I went back a few days later on my day off and was able to use it inside the park. That gave me plenty of time to charge it overnight, and then when I went to the parks in the morning, it was at 100%. Now here's me opening up that MagicBand for the first time. You could see it has a very sleek box that it comes in, very different than the open packaging that we have had in the past for the previous MagicBands. Something like you are really receiving a piece of technology, which I kind of enjoy. I do enjoy this new packaging a lot, and it's very appealing to the eye. So here's me opening up. You will notice that it comes with one MagicBand, of course, but it also comes with a charger, and if you do happen to lose this charger or want a backup, they do sell them individually, so you won't have a problem there. Now, to my knowledge, on a dead battery to full charge, it does take around 2 to 3 hours, but with this 40% charge that it comes with, I timed it, and it only took about roughly 1 hour, which isn't too bad. Just remember to charge it before you do go to the park. And that's another thing that I really want to touch on. When your battery is at 40%, which is what it comes at, you will still be able to use it on almost all features, especially the features that the old MagicBand was able to do, even when it gets down to like 10 or 15% of battery. So you will still be able to get into the park, you will still be able to scan into your hotel room and go up to various touch points and still be able to use it and have that functionality. You just won't be able to do any of the bonus features that make the MagicBand Plus really worth its while, like the Bounty Hunter game over in Batu, or the Fab 50 statues where you could wave at them and they'll respond and react. I'll get more into that later. So stuff like that you won't be able to unlock on a 40% charge. I believe you need to be up to at least 60% in order to be able to use that side of the band. Now what's nice about this MagicBand Plus is that if you read the back of the box, it does explain very carefully how to sync up the band to your My Disney Experience app and your park ticket. There are also plenty of videos through the app on how to get ready for the day. It still works the same way as your old MagicBand, so if you had one and know how to sync it up to your park ticket, then it shouldn't be a problem for you. It was very easy for me to do. And now here you can see that I am putting the MagicBand Plus on its charger to start my day. You can see how it looks when it's charging. It does light up to let you know its battery sufficiencies. You can also check through the app, and then of course, once it lights up all green on the band itself, you will be ready to start your day.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. What's my channel called?
Yella takes over ParkTwister. First time inside the park and using the MagicBand Plus. I'm glad that I was able to set it up correctly because that went smoothly trying to scan. And I haven't had a MagicBand in my possession to use at the park in so long, so it was kind of nice to get a chance to use it and not have to fumble around with trying to pull out my wallet and stuff. So great experience so far, but now let's go try some rides. Now once you scan into the park, let's not forget that your MagicBand does in fact light up, as I've already mentioned countless times here in this video alone. So basically, whenever you go up to a touch point and scan it, it will light up either green or blue. Now we were able to get on our friend's DAS, so we were able to test it out at almost every ride we did and see how it would work up on the touch points. This was a very cool test, but I do want to mention that if it lights up blue, which we had a small problem, so when it lights up blue at a touch point, if you notice the cast member would have to either approve it so it turns green, or deny it to turn you away, I guess, if it lights up blue. If it lights up blue, your MagicBand Plus will continuously vibrate while lighting up blue until said cast member would either approve it or deny it for about the 30 or 45 seconds that we were talking to that cast member. Just continuously lighting up blue and vibrating. But after having a great time on Test Track, we then proceeded to go ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, the newest attraction at Epcot, and had a blast jamming out to September by Earth, Wind & Fire. Following our little adventure around the cosmos to help save the galaxy, we proceeded over to Club Cool to just grab a quick refreshment.
Welcome back to another Yella vlog takeover. How do you feel, Ines?
Super bien.
Oh, how do you feel? Queen Slay. Queen Slay. How do you feel, Brienne?
Good.
Good. How do you feel, ParkTwister?
Isn't that my camera? And then on over to Frozen Ever After. Here I noticed something interesting. The band did not light up a solid green after scan, but then turned into a blue, green, and pinkish mix of colors. I'm not sure what this reasoning was, but something I noticed after scanning into Frozen Ever After. After our adventure into the unknown and singing Let It Go, we decided to let it go and go on to our next attraction, which just so happened to be Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Now right after our little adventure in France, scurrying the rooftops of Paris, and helping a rat who loves to cook down in Gusteau's restaurant, we decided to test out one of the main new features of MagicBand Plus, the Disney Fab 50 Quest. Now this is a cool feature, but when you go up to any of the Fab 50 statues around the parks, because there are a total of 50 of them, but if you go up to any of them and wave with your MagicBand, they will speak back to you. A very cool feature, and something that I was very excited to try, and so I went up to as many Fab 50 statues as I could find between Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, did it go according to plan? Not exactly. We started off with Olaf because that was the first one that I came up to, and I decided to wave and see what would happen. I was quite pleasantly surprised by him responding pretty efficiently.
Hi.
But then every time I tried waving to him again, he decided to give me the silent treatment and just completely ignore my hand waving at his face very obnoxiously as people walked by and thought I was crazy for just trying to wave randomly at a statue. And so I went on to the next Fab 50 statue to see if I could get a response out of Rocket Raccoon. Again, nothing. It didn't. He didn't seem to acknowledge my hand waving in front of his face. So I went then up to Miguel and Dante from Coco, and instead of speaking or saying actual words, it was more of a guitar string, like a bling or something, I don't know. And surprisingly, then when I went up to Pua and Hey Hey, I did get a real reaction out of them. I was able to get sort of an oinking sound effect to come out of Pua the pig from Moana. That was pleasantly surprising. I decided right then and there that I've done pretty much everything I wanted to at Epcot, so I decided to park hop on over to Disney's Hollywood Studios via the Skyliner, just to find out that it was down at the time that I was trying to park hop. So I had to resort to the friendship boats. So once I arrived at Disney's Hollywood Studios, I decided right then and there that it was worth taking a look at the app and seeing what other features I could unlock now that I was in that park rather than Epcot. Also, Star Wars Batuu Bounty Hunters, I wanted to see what was going on with that. Now, I couldn't figure out for the life of me at the time of why I couldn't use either of these games. It wasn't letting me. It kept giving me an alert that I had to sync my MagicBand to my park ticket, even though I already had. And then when I tried to resync it, it would just tell me that it's already been synced to my pass, and wouldn't let me go about my day playing the two cool new features within the app. But anyway, it wouldn't let me play the games, and now looking back, it was clear to me that I had been using my MagicBand all day up to that point. And like I said, you will need to have at least a 60% charge in order to play those games, and it was probably lower, like around 50 or 40% up to that point. So I'm wondering if that is why I couldn't use my MagicBand. I also did want to mention though that at this time I noticed that there was an update available for the MagicBand Plus. Just like any piece of tech or hardware, you will want to download any new updates as soon as possible. So while I downloaded that update, it only took about 5 minutes or so, and the MagicBand lit up a pretty rainbow color, just multicolored, just to show that it was updating. So after spending a couple hours in Hollywood Studios, just meandering around and trying to see what I could do on the app, I got to a point where I was just wandering around Batuu in Galaxy's Edge. Obviously the app wasn't working for me. At the time, I was frustrated because I didn't realize that it was probably all just because I didn't charge the band, and so I couldn't play the Batuu Bounty Hunter game. So I went up to the milk stand and bought some blue milk just to pass the time, and then grabbed a spot to sit and just tried to figure some more out through the app. It was about that time then when I wanted to go back on over to Epcot for the nighttime showing of Harmonious on the Lagoon to test out one of my favorite features, shockingly, the sync to the fireworks on the colors of the MagicBand Plus. I did not think that this was going to be one of my favorite features on the band, but let's just get back on over to the Skyliner because it is working now, and hop on over to Epcot to test out this feature and show you what it's all about. And then I went on over to Italy to watch the show. Surprisingly, a really good spot to go watch the show, but that's off topic. Let's get right into it and show you what the light up feature on the band and how it syncs to the fireworks and just overall how it all plays out. Now right off the bat, it actually does sync really well. There is a 1 or 2 second delay, don't get me wrong, but it does sync up to the colors of the fireworks show surprisingly well. I was very surprised. And it also does work for Disney Enchantment over at Magic Kingdom. Something also that I don't think I mentioned that I should is that there are only 5 points of light within the MagicBand Plus. One basically on each of the 4 corners, and then once in the middle of whatever design you decide to get. I got the one with classic Mickey all around. So of course the center ring lights up, and then the 4 corners around the centerpiece. But yeah, that was my day at Disney testing out the MagicBand Plus. I basically spent all day using it from park open to park close. Let's get into my final thoughts and really unwrap things, because I've got a lot to discuss here. Now the MagicBand Plus is on the pricey side. It'll cost you $34.99 for any of the standard designs, which is basically just the colors, or $44.99 for the ones with any sort of fancy look to them. But with that being said, is the MagicBand Plus worth your money and time, and a worthy accessory while on vacation at a Walt Disney World resort theme park? I mean, it's honestly up to you. I've got nothing to say about it. Now, hold on. I do have my pros and cons with the band. It's not like I'm just gonna leave you at that without giving my final thoughts. The light up feature on it is very cool, something that the old Magic Bands could never be capable of doing. They just didn't have the light, like the technology inside of them to do something like that or of that nature. I also feel like with the new Magic Band Pluses, it holds a lot of promise for the future. It seems like what there is right now to do using this cool new accessory is sort of just the start of what is to come. Like, there are only 2 mini games to play, which are the ones where you have to wave at all the Fab 50 statues between the 4 parks, and then the Bounty Hunter game over in Batu. It definitely seems like they're not done, and that they will continuously add new functionality and just entertainment where you can use the Magic Bands while going about your day in the parks. On this video, I really did want to discuss that this band definitely seems like a step up from the old Magic Band, and also kind of take a step down. Now, it was very cool when the original Magic Band first came out, because we have not seen anything like that in theme parks anywhere. It was something very unique and different, and now this just seems more like a way to capture your money rather than enhance your Disney experience. But it's not really a must-have like the first Magic Band was. I'm glad that I was able to purchase mine and just make this video to give you a full review of it, and I definitely have had fun trying this out, and I will be back to the parks very soon to try it out even more. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? This kind of shows the current state of the Walt Disney Company in my mind. Now, I love the Disney Company, but it's become clear to me that there are certain things that they do which are just to capture your money. And in a way, this is one of those things. Because when the first Magic Band came out, it was exciting, it was new, no more plastic cards were needed. They even had a freaking pop song to market it.
Check this out. It's called a Magic Band. Another cool perk you get when you stay in a Disney Resort hotel. We'll give you each a Magic Band. Wear it on your favorite hand. Amping up the fun when you're on the run. Your Magic Band will get it done.
You just don't get those kind of things today in the Walt Disney Company. So, I mean, that's the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Magic Band Plus. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, because I would love to know if you think it's worth it. Definitely let me know if you have purchased the Magic Band Plus, especially because, I mean, okay, I may sound like a Debbie Downer for hating on it here in the outro. I don't hate the Magic Band Plus. I know, that might raise some red flags. I don't hate it. I actually do think that this is one of the cool new items to get in the parks, and I'm very glad that I got mine when I did on opening day. It really just needs a few more of those offerings that I said they will most likely be adding within the next year or so. It definitely needs some more of those to basically allow you to do more than just a couple of mini games with it and watch some pretty colors light up on your wrist. It needs more than those if they are willing to charge $45, almost half of $100 for this band. That is my big complaint. It just needs a little bit more tweaks, a little bit more functionality before you decide to spend that kind of money on this, and just to make sure that it justifies that kind of cash. But with all that being said, that's my show. I hope you enjoyed this new sort of video format where it's half vlog, half video narration, or sort of like an in-home experience, if you will. I don't know what to call this. I don't know. But anyway, if you're new around, be sure to subscribe to ParkTwister below. Like the video for more if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one, Twisters. Take care. I'll see you in the parks. Oh, wait. Oh, gotta wave with the band.
Just pick the color best for you. Orange, yellow, green, and blue. You can open up your door, use it at a store. You think that's cool, just wait, there's more. You can even use your Magic Band at our Fast Pass Plus locations. You've got so much to do. You need the perfect perk for you.